My name is Robert Muckle, Sr. from Waterbury. My background is natural family planning and the Right to Life movement, and I ask that you vote against HB 7395 and 1149. If we lived in a civilized society, we would not be here today discussing this type of legislation. What was the straw that broke the camel's back to get to this point? The more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that it all was with the acceptance of contraception and the birth control pill. From there, in diagram 2, page 2 that I have, it was promiscuity, abortion on demand, pornography, an increase in sex STDs to 15 million new cases annually, which includes 5 million cases of HPV. Add to that fewer children, sterilization, high divorce rate of 50%, the acceptance of homosexuality, and now sexual marriage. All of this is what Pope John Paul referred to as the culture of death. This can be referred to by taking the low road. The high road would be promoting Plan A, that is, no sex before marriage, which would result in no STDs, to promote natural family planning, no contraceptives, after marriage would lead to more children and no need for immigration like we have today. No sterilization, a low divorce rate of 5%. All of this could be called a culture of life. The culture of death is like being stuck in a cocoon because of defying natural law, while the culture of life could be referred to as a butterfly, flying freely about because it was being obedient to natural law. In 1965, around the beginning of the so-called sexual revolution, or what I refer to as a sexual revolt, my wife and I became a teaching couple of the simple thermal method of natural family planning. We taught married and engaged couples on a couple basis about the whole ovarian cycle from day one of one cycle to day one of the next. We developed a great appreciation for the gift of life. We were part of the remnant that stayed faithful to natural law that promotes a culture of life, not death, as this type of legislation will take us closer to. We hear the term, love makes a family. Over 90% of Americans believe in God. God is love. In the beginning, God said, a man will leave his father and mother and cling to his wife, and the two of them will become one flesh. That phrase says it all. Contraception could be compared with the eating of the apple in the Garden of Eden that eventually led to where we are today in this hearing room, the promotion of same-sex marriage.
Thank you very much for your testimony, sir. Are there any questions from members of the committee? If not, I appreciate your time.
Can I just make one statement?
Very briefly.
Okay. Thought that came to mind at the beginning of the session today, the topic came up of global warming. Al Gore says because of that, Manhattan's going to be flooded. So the thought that came to my mind was cultural warming because of our immoral lifestyles that we're living today. Because of that warming, the water is getting deep. It's always up to our ankles, our knees, or our waist, but it's getting there, and the promotion of this type of legislation will just add to that warming.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.